In today's news, police say no charges due to lack of evidence in masked men case. Premier hails end of three-year process, says BVI avoided direct rule. Safe Haven Center engages 17 residents and calls for community support. And day one of the immersive extravaganza draws students into global cultures. These and more stories when To It For News returns.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my city life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into well. You know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome, viewers, to the Thursday, May 8th edition of To It For News. I am Jaco Wooding, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us. A lack of evidence has forced police to release 2 individuals who were in custody in relation to a report of 2 masked men seen fleeing in the vicinity of a popular local bank where a firearm and ammunition were recovered. At the time of the incident, officers immediately responded, and as a result, the firearm and several rounds of ammunition were recovered, and 2 masked individuals were pursued and arrested. However, in a release Wednesday, the police stated that men have been released from custody without charge owing to insufficient evidence at the time that can be relied on to clearly establish links between them and the illicit items. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force says investigations into this matter remain active and ongoing, and gave their commitment to thoroughly pursuing all leads and provide additional updates as new information becomes available. Meanwhile, Premier and Minister for Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, has celebrated the conclusion of the Commission of Inquiry, COI, recommendations. According to Dr. Wheatley, at the last cabinet meeting, they had a self-assessment report on the implementation of the COI recommendations and other reforms that they first agreed to in 2022 when they formed the Government of National Unity. The Premier said the self-assessment report was the final step in a very long 3-year journey.
I remember like it was yesterday, Governor Rankin calling me and telling me, of course, we're going to publish this COI report. He told me we're going to publish it tomorrow, you know, and I told Governor Rankin, I would at least like the opportunity to be able to look at this report and read this report. And I got that report on that same evening that Governor Rankin, of course, we know the news that happened with the former premier as well. And we got that report, and I immediately took that report to Honorable Marlon Penn, and others in the opposition, and others in government at that particular time. We shared that report, and of course, the report was published, and we got into gear right away because, of course, the Virgin Islands was facing a threat of direct rule.
Wheatley described the unity government as a proud legacy for all who participated in the process to see the implementation of the COI's recommendations to its end.
What was on the table was an order in council, and we were informed that an order in council had been passed on the people of the Virgin Islands that would give the governor, at that time Governor John Rankin, the power to be able to legislate for all of us. He would have all legislative authority. He would have all executive authority. He would be equivalent to all the ministers of government combined. He would have the powers of the Minister of Finance, the powers of the Minister of Financial Services, the powers of the Minister of Health, the power of Ministers of Communications and Works. That would rest all with one man. But he would be advised by a council of his choosing. And of course, that's what you call direct colonialism. That would have taken us back hundreds of years. So it wasn't a matter of persons wanting to have power. It was a matter of persons coming together to ensure that democracy remained and the people, the power of the people remained. And that's the power to be able to elect your own government. And that's the power to, at an election time, you choose who you want to represent you. And that's what we fought to preserve. And that is something, Brother Malone, that I am extremely proud of. And I certainly think that it is a proud legacy for all of us, those who are in the unity government as well, those who are in this administration, and all members of the House of Assembly, all 13 who participated in this process, because it involved all of us.
Meanwhile, the Elmore Stout High School Music and Performing Arts Department is inviting the community to join them for their annual spring concert set to take place on Saturday, May 10th, 2025. The concert will be held at the Eileen Parsons Auditorium at the H. Laverty Stout Community College. This year's spring concert promises to be an enchanting evening filled with a wide range of musical performances by the talented students of the Elmore Stout High School. In this interview, student DJ Sebastian shares his experience preparing to take the stage.
My name is DJ Sebastian. I am in the 9th grade. I play the steel pan. It's been long because I am in the junior and senior steel pan band, so it's every day consecutive. So Monday, senior, Tuesday, junior, and it goes on until Friday. So it's just been long, and I can't remember all the notes because I don't like writing down notes. Because when I write down, I forget. So I force myself to remember the notes. It started in primary school with a lady named Miss Garden. I started in primary school playing guitar, and then when I came to Elmore Stout High School, I started playing tenor. Then I wanted to feel more of the pan, so I switched to bass, and I ended back up on tenor. It was kind of fun, but when I have to do homework and stuff, I get irritated sometimes. But learning wasn't too hard for me because I remembered most of the stuff from primary school, so I just used what I remembered and I continued. The first one I did, I was kind of nervous, but when I was looking down, the lights at the auditorium were shining in my face, so I couldn't see nothing, so I just kept playing. At first, it's kind of good until they announce that you're next up to play, and then I start getting nervous.
Yeah, but then when you hear the crowd cheering for you and everything, how does that feel?
I feel good, but that's mostly to the end. I feel like you will enjoy this Stepan most because I'm a part of it. The songs that we coming in, they are very nice, catchy, ranging from classical all the way to popular music that everybody know. So on Saturday, May 10th at the Eileen Parsons Auditorium, the Elmer Stout High School department will be hosting its annual spring concert. So I invite you, the family, everyone to come out and support the Elmer Stout High School music department.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick break, but stay with us. We will be right back.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man protect you.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
No, top of power.
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. We continue with news that the Safe Haven Transitional Center is ensuring its residents remain engaged during this Mental Health Awareness Month. Director of the Safe Haven Transitional Center, Nelville George Bronsroth, said that these individuals have a lot to offer and they deserve to be seen, celebrated, and given the opportunity to shine.
The residents are aware. Internally, we have put up some posters just about the challenges that persons who may be diagnosed with a mental illness may face, and we've put up some posters and just allowing the residents to just write their thoughts and their feelings about a particular diagnosis or challenge that they're experiencing, and just to write how they're feeling, how they're processing everything, and just put those up. So just a reminder that, you know, they are not alone. As it relates to community, we decided to do a community service project because the theme for this year is community, and we decided to go out at the Nanny Key area, residents and staff, and just conduct a community service, a cleanup with the residents. We tried to take out as much of them as possible. Because some of the residents are not able to ambulate or walk around as much as possible, we were able to take them out and just have staff with them and do a cleanup just to help them to feel that, you know, they can give back. And just being outdoors also was really good for them. They were able to, you know, just be in that area and take a swim also, which was good for them. So it was a really good day being able to do the cleanup in that area and just have them just have a nice relaxing time at the beach just to commemorate the day.
She said the center currently has about 17 residents, as she termed it, bursting at its seams. She is encouraging persons in the community who may be struggling with mental health issues to reach out to the Center, Community Mental Health, and Social Development Department.
As it relates to individuals in the community who are diagnosed with, who may be struggling with mental illness, it may be just depression, it may be something more chronic. Those individuals, how the process works is that a lot of those individuals may be clients of community mental health who works in collaboration with the center to provide services. Some, as we know, whose illness may be very chronic, and they do live on their own, and they also would be provided services by community mental health. And we do have some of our residents also with those challenges. So it's just really a collaborative effort between community mental health, social development department, and Safe Haven to reach out to these individuals. Some, of course, we may not reach because they may not want to take part in the services or receive the services, but as much as possible, we do try to reach out, whether directly by going out and interacting with them and providing them with some kind of community services, like we've done in the past, or through community mental health, or through those who are staying with us. I want to say May's community is Mental Health Awareness Day, and we just try to break the stigma and that attach to persons with mental illnesses, who have mental illness and mental diagnosis, and persons who may be grappling, that they seek the help. The help is there, and they're not alone.
In other news, hundreds of students from across the British Virgin Islands took flight without ever leaving the ground today. The inaugural Foreign Languages Immersive Extravaganza is currently underway at the multipurpose sports complex, where the venue was transformed into a simulated international terminal aboard 284 Airways. Our team was on the ground to capture day one of the event.
Hi, my name is Janice George Harris. I am the Education Officer for Languages in the Ministry of Education. Welcome to our Foreign Language Immersive Extravaganza here at the Sports Center, the Multipurpose Sports Center in Roadtown, Tortola. This idea for an immersive event came about as my teachers sat together and we discussed how can we get our students to speak the language and feel comfortable speaking the language. We also believe in making learning fun, and as you can see from what's happening here today, that learning is occurring and it is a lot of fun. Students are learning about different countries, so instead of being in the classroom and just learning without seeing, they can actually come and experience the culture. We would like this event to continue every 2 years as we rotate from the Foreign Languages Bowl. So next year we will have the Foreign Language Bowl, and then we rotate it with this. So in 2027 we should be back with another Foreign Language Immersive Extravaganza. This year, we are just focusing on 6 countries, and in 2027, we are going to switch those countries up so that students who visit this year, in 2027, they'll have a different experience. So, if you're listening to this and you would like to come down and experience it, at the front, we have extra passports for you. You'd have to write up your bio page and everything, and then get your boarding pass so you can board the flight. Friday, we're going to be open to the public, but first come, first serve, as the flights can get full really quickly.
Midnight Cupid, and I am grade 4 in Robinson O'Neill.
How do you feel about today's event?
I feel great.
What do you learn about the different countries that you visited?
The countries I visited have a lot of cultures.
My name is Gian Fernandez. I am representing the Dominican Republic. The suit that I am wearing, it is used for the carnival in the Dominican Republic, February 27th. So this is the costume. I'm gonna give you all a little preview of it. So yeah, we have a lot of shiny stuff on it, so they just use it for carnival. Yeah. Right here we have the guitar, which is important, which is one of the most essential instruments in the Dominican Republic for the band. We have the maraca. We have forgot the name. We have the hat. We use this in bands. The bands use it to put it on their head. We have the tambora. We have 2 drums. We use drums. What else? Maracas. We have this right here. That's but this is the main instrument we use, which is the guitar. So yeah.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
I'm very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon? I could give you minutes data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Children's books celebrating agriculture, culture, and youth education were discussed this week by authors Jeffrey and Aruna Forbes in partnership with the Department of Culture, who is assisting with the book's distribution. Co-author Aruna Forbes said her motivation for creating the coloring book stemmed from a deep background in agriculture and a desire to reconnect children with nature.
Well, my profession is gardening. I studied, I grew up in agriculture and I studied it up to the level of a master. And I just feel it's my calling. So children, I think we have moved away and you will see children as small as they are, they just look at, you see them with an iPad or something like that. And they don't be out in the environment to learn nature and what have you. So I felt it was essential to do a gardening book, teach the children when they are during the summer how to gain money, how to learn how to grow. And then from that book, I put it into a coloring book. So children can also color whatever favorite colors they want to color the pictures.
The storybook, Johnny the Great Rooster, highlights the role of roosters in the ecosystem and daily life, tying into local cultural symbolism. Co-author Jeffrey Forbes spoke about the importance of roosters in soil health, food production, and environmental sustainability.
I've learned a lot of things over the years. The rooster, I want to step aside and talk about the thrushes that are very disgusting. One time, a farmer told me that the thrushes also help us get rid of insects. So everything actually have its part playing in life to have the ecosystem at a level. So with the rooster now, we have the benefit of eggs, we have the benefit of the population of more chickens, and also with the toning up of the soil, because they also cause the soil to remain loose, and with their waste that they send out, that's very, very, very good manure. So they do pose a strong portion in having the ecosystem to be rotating, kind of provide food, and they also provide the stability of the soil, the keeping of the soil, the fertilizing of the soil, all those things they do have. So in the book, it mentioned all those things. So with having students and young children, they'll be learning of how it is. Now the manufacturers are trying to create as close to the manure that we get naturally. So they're trying to create what you have in your yard that is creating it and still can become food for you.
Deputy Director at the Department of Culture praised the books for blending education, agriculture, and storytelling in a format accessible to young minds.
First of all, when the Department of Culture was approached about launching these books, we were very excited because, yes, we launched the initial Arona's First Garden book a few years ago, and here comes Johnny the Great Rooster, and of course the coloring book. So agriculture, everyone has a lot nowadays to say about agriculture and its importance to our economy and to our livelihoods, and the challenges that we see around us that taking place, causing many of us to look at creating more backyard gardens. And it's actually very important that the population is better educated on the importance that each of these, the rooster has to play in the whole balancing of the environment and your backyard gardens. And as a Virgin Islander, I grew up with having a lot of chickens around and animals around. All young people nowadays, many of them do not actually experience those things. And the Johnny the Great Rooster, the book, plus the coloring book, actually enables us to educate our children. Many believe that you educate a child and you educate a nation. These children go home to their parents. Mommy, I learned about Johnny the Great Rooster today and the importance that his role is. And it's a great educational tool for our children and by extension the families that these children are a part of.
The books are currently available via direct contact with the authors on Amazon and also through the Department of Culture. And viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Jaco Wooding and I'll see you again tomorrow. So have yourself a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.